Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Stuff, because the whites are seriously going to be getting in the winter.
Right. No. Yeah. That's what I keep hearing for sure.
Yeah. So you need to be very cautious about the weather and be willing to take extra zeros or shuttle around.
Right. No. Yeah. I was gonna. If I felt like it was getting hairy, I was gonna stop. Turn around.
Yeah. And also the Kennebec ferry has stopped running. I have info about alternative services now.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able. The free ferry service is done for the year.
Gotcha. That gets you across the river, or?
Yeah, you have to take it. People
I watched
die.
somebody.
$50
I watched two people get swept away.
Oh, no, I believe it. I'm not a swimmer either. I'll pay whatever it costs to not die.
The reason they have the ferry there is that people have died there. In fact, you'll see that info on the ferry is in memory of a woman who died trying to cross.
In loving memory of Alice Hannah.
Yeah, she died in the crossing. So, yeah, that was before the ferry was there. I think her death was one reason why the ferry was instituted. So here's alternative ferry info.
Thank you.
And then, as I said, extreme caution in the whites. But both of you are now heading 100-mile wilderness in Baxter, so I'll go over that with you.
I've already done the Kennebec Ferry.
Yeah, he doesn't need to. Yeah, yeah. So he's.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
He's
South. Oh my gosh.
So you're just starting here. You haven't done any of the trail yet.
Correct. Not yet.
Okay, so he gives you a southbound flip flop. After doing 100-mile wilderness in Katahdin with you. So, okay, so I'll just go over the Baxter stuff and 100-mile wilderness, and then we can talk more about Sobo stuff. But the two big things for you are the ferry info and caution in the whites. So here at A-Ball Bridge is where you come out of the 100-mile wilderness. I'll start with the Baxter stuff first because that's the most complicated. And I will, before you go, I want you to put your summit dates down on the calendar.
Sure.
When do you think you're going to be summiting? Do you have an idea?
I have a rough idea,
Yeah,
but
you can
no.
put your best guess. Before you go, we'll have you put it down on the
If
calendar.
you told me the average number of days, because I've already done the first 15 miles as a slack pack out
so
of
technically
Dodge.
you're not eligible for the birches then, if you've been slack packing into town, just so you know.
Okay.
That being said, I realize a lot of people are probably doing this and not telling the people in Baxter, but technically, the requirement to stay at the birches, the site for northbound long distance hikers, is that you've hiked continuously northward from Monson.
Okay.
And you have not left the trail unless it's for an emergency or return to a town.
Gotcha.
Slack packing for convenience would technically disqualifies you from the birches. And I do understand a lot of people are doing that, and probably most of them are not saying anything when they get to Baxter about that, but that is the technical requirement.
Okay.
And were you planning to head continuously north?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably starting off really slow, so packing extra
yeah,
food.
because you're just starting.
Right.
Okay, all right, so A-Ball Bridge. There is a commercial campground there. That's closing on Monday. I'm referring to my notes because they just emailed me. And the store is going to be open there, telling me now, until Saturday, October 8th. Yeah, and so they usually let their stocks dwindle considerably toward the end of the season, and they may close without warning earlier than they said. Because one time I got a date from them, and then people were showing up there and they'd already closed before that date. So I would say, to be safe, don't count on getting much or anything there.
Okay.
If they are open, they do have internet you can use for a fee. Good enough to send a text, but not to make a voice call. And if you must get phone service, there's no phone here and there's no cell service. You can walk a couple miles down the road toward town to get service. What are your providers?
Verizon.
Okay.
Mint Mobile, the cheapest.
Okay,
available.
so
Yeah,
Verizon,
they bounce off the satellites.
Verizon will get its last service at Rainbow Ledges, 6 miles south of A-Ball Bridge, and then nothing more until the summit of Katahdin. And as I've said, there's that limited internet if the store is open here, or you can walk down the road to get a signal. You're probably not going to get service at Rainbow Ledges. Your last service, this is A-Ball Bridge. This is Rainbow Ledges, where Verizon and AT&T get their last service.
Rainbow Ledges.
Okay.
Yours will probably not get service there. You'll probably get it here, 21 or 22 miles south of A-Ball Bridge.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
You might get it at Rainbow Ledges,
Right.
but don't count on it.
I was expecting to not have any, so I was planning
you'll have
accordingly.
some, and I'll show you when I go to 100-mile wilderness where you can get it.
Cool.
Okay, so those are details about A-Ball Bridge. You start from A-Ball Bridge, you hike on up to Katahdin Stream, and rather than summiting, You've already done the AT route up to Katahdin Stream. You take this non-AT route shortcut, Blueberry Ledges Trail back to A-Ball Bridge. And then the next day you've already done the AT, so you can take Blueberry Ledges back up and summit.
How many miles is that?
It's 5.5 to 6 when you add in all these little bits here.
But you still need to be at 9 a.m.
9
there.
a.m. Correct, yeah. And then the other option is to hike up to Katahdin Stream, shuttle out to Millinocket, and shuttle back in. So somebody in the shuttle vehicle is going to have a parking pass for Katahdin Stream to drop hikers off there to hike. So the way that could work is on weekdays, sometimes there are passes available that you could get. On weekends, on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, the 100-Mile Wilderness Inn in Millinocket is pre-purchased passes. And so if they have room in their shuttle vehicle, they would be able to bring you in. But I would just say before you head out to Millinocket, you'd want to find out what your chances were of getting back into the park at the time you wanted to. Otherwise, you could end up waiting a couple of days.
Okay.
Because that does sometimes happen. So once you figured out where you're going to stay the night before you summit, there are a few things that happen at Katahdin Stream. That you pay for the birches or Katahdin Stream if you get in. You will get your permit to climb the mountain here. There are enough permits left and they are free, but you have to fill out the paperwork.
And where was that?
At Katahdin Stream.
Katahdin Stream
Yeah, right
campground?
at Katahdin Stream. Yeah, and the ranger will lend you a day pack if you want to borrow one, or you can leave heavy gear from your own pack in a lean-to by the station that they have for that.
And how early
purpose.
can you arrive there to leave your
Pardon
pack?
me?
How early can you arrive to leave your pack?
Okay, well, so if you're up here the afternoon or evening before your climb,
Oh, yeah.
then you can take care of all those preliminaries then, and that way you can leave as early as you want on the morning of your summit day without waiting for the ranger to come on duty.
That's good to know.
Yeah, and they're committed to be near the station 7 to 8:30 in the morning, 4 to 5 in the afternoon. They are often there at other times, or you can find them somewhere around the campground.
Okay.
And in the morning, they usually set up across the stream from the station. In the afternoon, they're usually right near it. If you do one of those all-in-one-day options, you might arrive when the ranger is not at the station. So what you should do then is make a good faith effort to find the ranger around the campground. If you really can't and you're before the cutoff time, go ahead and just climb and then check in with the ranger before you leave the park and explain, well, you were there before the cutoff time and couldn't find the rangers, but you want to give them your info now. And if you did that, you might not then be able to borrow a day pack, but you could still leave gear in that lean-to from your own pack, take it out and leave it in a the lean-to by the station. Once you've done all the preliminaries, you're going up the Hunt Trail. That's the AT route up the mountain. And then you do have choices about coming down. We can talk a little bit.
Straight down to the skippers. All right then, I'll just go to that street. Which is over there.
So here we are, back on the Appalachian Trail. Look, it's right there. It's right there. Obviously, day one, steps, ones. Into the 100-mile wilderness we go. Man. I touched the trail back there, the trail marker. And that's when all the emotions hit home. Finally here. I still can't believe it. Man, this is awesome. This is awesome. A quarter mile in, and I already saw my first wildlife. I saw a little snake, a little grass snake. But still, that's pretty cool. There it is, 100-mile wilderness. All right, made it to my first shelter. I forget what it's called. I'll look it up here in a second. Thought about staying in it, but I think it's gonna be too windy tonight. I think this is going to be a nice spot for tonight. Out of the wind a little more. Should have a little more shelter. Alright, let's go set up. This is the beginning of day 2. Just left Lehman's shelter. That's what it was called. I met a few people last night. They were super cool. It was a couple that started in Georgia and had a few friends from Florida meet up with them. And I'm gonna have to get better with names, but one of their names was Meadow. So good luck to you guys. Congratulations. Really nice people up in Maine. Yeah, well, let's see what today has to offer. Look at that. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I get it, buddy. I get it. This is day 3 in Maine right here. So beautiful. I'm in this beautiful pine and moss covered forest. Oh boy, this is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful pines here. Little river crossing, probably about 20 yards. Took advantage of this rope here. Did my Taro Amada flops across the river. They work fine. See how they hold up. Boom. Show you what the Appalachian Trail looks like right here. This section. It gets a little rocky. Look at that view. It's absolutely incredible. What the hey? Alright guys, this is the end of day 3. Day 3 in the 100-mile wilderness. So just 7 miles today. Still creeping, still day, decided to take it really easy, and the terrain has been pretty tough. It's getting a little concerned about food, but I happened to find some, about a full day's worth of food inside of a shelter that somebody left behind. So that allows me another day of taking it easy and enjoying the scenery. It's absolutely gorgeous. I found this nice little stealth spot. Check it out. This is beautiful river boulders. Nice little stream. Just little waterfalls and beautiful little rapids. Yeah, I mean, so far Maine has been pretty spectacular. I mean, just everywhere you look is just beautiful stuff like this. Yeah. And mashed potatoes and potato chips for dinner. Are these all set up? Alright, it's time to eat some dinner. Go to bed. Got to stick with my Sawyer and all my battery packs. Just keep my toes warmed up. Alright, we got the alcohol stuff going. For breakfast this morning is granola and blueberry cream oatmeal. And this nice granola I found at a shelter yesterday, which gave me a little bit more time in the 100 miles. So yeah, time to... This is the beginning of my first big climb. So far I've gotten 14.3 miles. So I wasn't kidding about taking it easy. Basically just been crawling just to get my legs used to the ups and downs, but everything's worked out pretty well, and I have enough food to just start powering through, knocking out some big miles. I quit my job about a week ago, so figured it wouldn't be a good idea to do those 20-mile days quite yet. Plus, I can't do them. Alright. Let's see how this goes. 100 miles to the ton. So we're here at this beautiful little stream because there was a stream crossing, obviously, and instead of taking the 5 minutes to put on my sandals, I decided to try to stone hop, and yeah, that turned into having to wait a few hours for everything to dry. Fortunately, we got lucky with where the sun is, and I mean, we learned a very valuable lesson today, which is, 5 minutes of time can save us 3 hours. Fortunately, I mean, I'm willing to night hike, so I'm not super concerned, but yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here burning calories that I could be using hiking up a mountain. So again, lessons learned that I'll take with me on the rest of this trip. It's gonna be hard to get perspective, but this is my pole at eye level, and it just goes straight up. You can see the sky up there. It's just, but looking at the trail, this is what I see, and straight down. Obviously, it's hard to see, but right here's the trail. Yeah, it's kind of pretty. It's gonna be beautiful. Holy sh**. Wow, what the f***? Holy sh**. Oh man, this is exactly why we're here. Halfway through my first serious climb, and I'm feeling great after soaking my shoes and letting them dry. Man, look at that. Doing a little night hiking right now. The moon up there. Guess my feet got wet. I had to pull over for about 2 hours to let everything dry, which worked out pretty well. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful. So this forced me to cut my day short. Man, I guess I got this epic view. Going to the Cloud Pond lean-to. See if there's anybody there. I think it's about 6 miles, 6 or 7 miles to the next water source after this. So this is getting pretty steep. and then log off. Yeah, let's have this thing here. Nice little sunset. So again, the end of day 4 here. Another short day. Did about another 6 or 7 miles. It's starting to feel easier, which is why I'm really glad that I started off really slow. I feel like if I had gotten fast, like today, I feel really sore. I have had 3 or 4 days of that. I don't know. Or it just kept going either way. But my body, going up the mountains today, the really steep ascents, my body felt really good. I almost feel myself getting stronger. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be another long day. This first half of the mountains are not easy. Also, I accidentally I went to the grocery store, and they sell those potato soups for like servings of 8, but they're really light. I figured I'd get one of those and make a couple meals out of it. But I wasn't looking, and I accidentally grabbed the onion soup. So this is a big jar of onions that I burnt. So it tastes like burnt onion soup. Could be worse. Currently hiking out of the Cloud Pond Lean-To shelter side trail. It's a pretty rugged trail to get into, actually. It wasn't totally easy. Man, look at that view. What? That's gorgeous. Oh, I found a hat. Look at that. Good. Point being is, I'm not using gut hooks, and this really isn't a easy shelter to get to. So I'm sure a lot of people were deterred from it on gut hooks, which is probably why I had it alone last night. I'm wondering if I had had the app, would I have gone to it? Or would I have also been like, not worth it? Because, I mean, it's really rocky. This is basically it. The whole way through. And it's surprisingly hilly. Bit like 100-mile wilderness hills. So, yeah. Here we go. I think day 5. Felt really good yesterday, just ran out of daylight. And wasn't quite committed to the night hike yet, apparently. It's a little freaky out here. Let's see if I can slap the Poseidon out of me tonight. Alright, check back later. Look at this. It's like magical fairyland. have this nice little hopping stones here. Yeah, it's another beautiful day in Maine. Just talked to somebody that told me that a week and a half ago it was really crappy weather. So it just seems like everything's just panning out. So this is the famous plane crash. It's a plane wreckage of a father and son who, believe it or not, made it through this old ass can of Pepsi. It's pretty tight.
There is a plane crash along the route. People are interested in that. Happened in January of 1984. Father and son crashed into the mountain. And as bad as the wreckage looks, they got away with just bruises and camped overnight and hiked out the next day. And then there is Chairback Gap lean-to. There, the water source.
Just another day in Maine. Just gorgeous views everywhere.
Why did I get into this? Olson suddenly asked.
A little hike up. All of this terrain's really strenuous, but it's just all so beautiful.
His hair stuck up and back, and Garrity noted with amusement that his fly was half unzipped.
And just go straight down.
Go, oh, great, he chanted softly.
Doesn't even look real.
And his eyes
Nice little sunset. Yeah. It's another beautiful day in Maine. We're about 60%, 40% of the way done with the trail. We have about 60% left, but it's this first 40 miles that are really intense from what I've heard and from what I've seen on the map. After this final summit, there's one more hump about 5 miles away, maybe 6, and then it's just flat till the top. It's been tough, really tough. But I'm feeling really good after taking it really slow and really easy, so that's good news. All right, I'm gonna use my oxygen more wisely. yeah, here's our first big summit. It's beautiful. It's all downhill from here, eh? Bunch of beautiful mountain lakes. Yeah, this is absolutely why we do it. Alrighty. Little view around the corner. We'll discover it together. That's beautiful too. Everything's so beautiful. There it is off in the distance, Mount Katahdin. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're here. Feeling good. It's looks flat-ish, not all the way there. I'm excited. Burn some miles. Alright, halfway through the 100-mile wilderness. It looks pretty much like this. Rocks, roots, steep, very steep. But again, we're coming off of that 3,800-foot peak, and the rest of it looks pretty smooth for Maine standards. Probably will still be super rooty. It's funny, the way the rocks are positioned compared to the roots, they're at like the weirdest angles that just twist your feet in every which way. And especially the roots, if you catch them the wrong way, you'll just slide. Roots are lava. Here at the Logan Brook lean-to. Coming down in elevation, we're about 2,400 feet. Somebody's shoes there. Nice trivy. We're coming up on Logan Brook Road here. Moss everywhere. It's beautiful. There's a little stream crossing to finish off the day today. Did about 10 miles. Felt really good. It's a beautiful stream. Little creek thing flowing on by. These rocks have a lot of moss on them. Kind of dangerous, but I was able to get across safely, thankfully. So yeah, I'm gonna fix up some dinner and go to bed, do it again tomorrow. This is starting to pan out like another night hike. I found a beautiful spot just in time before the sunset. This is about 10 yards from my campsite here. I'm only about 300 yards from the shelter. That's the Appalachian Trail right there. It's a nice little stealth spot. Just home for the night. What's up, guys? Day 9, I think, in the 100-mile wilderness. We're over halfway done. You know, most people would be done by now, but I just starting hiking. I think it's been really wise taking it slow. I have plenty of food to get through the rest of it. And we have gotten to the easy part of the 100-mile wilderness, in quotations. So it should be a pretty fun day. We have one more big climb today, which is only half as tall as the tallest climb I did yesterday. And it just looks like, you know, regular Maine woods, which are probably going to be rocky and rooty, but it should be able to average a little over 2 miles an hour. So we'll see. We'll check in later. Looking around, that looks like storm clouds off in the distance. It looks pretty cloudy above us too. I'm considering just posting up. We're definitely going to hang out for an hour or so to see if this rain drops. It does appear that the clouds are blowing this way. And it looks like a little bit clearer skies over there, but already you could tell the sun across the pond has gone down by at least 40%. Maybe 30, but yeah, this might be a rest day. We're climbing up a little broad mountain right now. And by we, I mean me and my pack. I think I'm gonna name him. This is a short climb. I think this is the last climb before Katahdin. So it's only 1,900 feet. It should be a pretty easy one. Yeah, feeling pretty good today. You know, we'll see. I don't know. We started pretty early. Done our first mile in 30 minutes. 32 minutes. So we'll see. I'm just gonna keep walking until I feel like I need to stop. We'll see if Bob posts his head out. Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. This looks like it might be a good view. Let's find out together. Sand Beach. Yeah, it's about 10:14. Gone about 2.5 miles. Let's take a little break, eat some food. Haven't eaten anything today. recently I haven't been hungry. I have some weight to lose, so I've been fasting in the mornings, and my body's responding pretty well. This is a sand beach. It's a little windy today, but not too bad at all. Yeah, that's pretty. Is it worth the walk? Always. Always in Maine. So I was wondering where those boards came from. It's a big old stack right here. Board elves. If you guys know who cooks these here or how they're made, suppose write down in the comments below. Really appreciate it. I think we would all like to know. Copper Brook Falls lean-to. Let's go check it out. Beautiful. Little shelter in front of a beautiful waterfall there. And check out this privy. Ooh, has a smell to it. A little thermometer here. It's reading about 43 from what I can tell. Maybe 44. It's chilly, that's for sure. It's a beautiful view of the waterfalls from this vantage point inside of the lean-to. Small, but it's nice, a little drafty. Man, it's cold. And this water is just absolutely crystal clear. These squirrels are hiding away their nuts for the winter, and they're not aggressive, but they're definitely defensive. You can see him do his little aggressive dance here. It's funny, if you stop and look at them for more than 1 second, they freak out. So I won't stress that guy too much. They'll stomp their rear legs. It's really cute. Alright, here we go. I think I'm gonna try to do a 14-day today. 14-mile day today. Let's see how it goes. So it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but enough to put the rain gear on. So we'll see. Yeah, this man, I can't believe I went 8 days without getting wet on the Appalachian Trail. It's crazy. So yeah, hopefully they're just sprinkles. Last time it rained, I posted up early. It just kind of rained for about 30 minutes and then died off. Didn't rain at all the rest of the day. So hopefully that happens today too. It's a pretty little stream here. You can see the rapids back there and just calms down into this nice, beautiful, easy flowing stream. So beautiful. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how ridiculously pretty everything is. I mean, like, not even sure the camera can capture that, but goodness gracious. Yeah. So we're gonna hike a couple more miles and then see where we are. Man, look at that. What the heck? Body's feeling pretty good. Tell you what, it's a lot easier to hike with a lighter pack. I came in with a lot of days worth of food knowing that I wasn't in hiking shape and it would be tough, so I took it really easy. And now that I got over the tall peaks, my pack is light. Man, I'm just blazing. It's crazy. It's a nice little campsite right here. I think we're gonna keep going. Oh man, this would be beautiful. That's tempting. But I'm ready to get out of the woods. As beautiful as they are. Tomorrow's gonna be day 9. I have 3 more days at least. Summiting Katahdin included. So it's time to get blazing. And here's a footbridge labeled on the AT, the AWOL guide. Plus a snowmobile trail. It's really pretty. So obviously the trail's on either side of this log here. Tree that's fallen over, or part of a tree. There's always this moral debate in my head. Do I somehow navigate over it, knowing it's slightly high, or too high to go over, too low to go under? Do I just go around it? On this trail there, somebody else has already blazed. Obviously, I picked the latter of the choices. But what do you do? Write in the comments, yeah? Looks like we ran across a river crossing, stream crossing. This one looks a little tough. Should we take our shoes off? And we made it. Getting close to our campsite for the night. Just cool. Just absurdly gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Man, I mean, it's like the type of thing you hike your whole life to look for. It's insane. Literally, you could hike a lifetime and see a handful of the things that I've seen in a handful of days. Man. Insight. Big old bench right here. Really is the party spot, isn't it? I wonder if there'll be anybody else here tonight. Down here's the beach. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now doing 7 hours and 14.62 miles. So still taking our time, but this is by far our longest hike. So let's see if we can find a nice campsite over here. And this is Joe Mary Lake at sunset. What a beautiful sight. Man. So it's about dinner time. I have my food all set up. Tonight it's minute rice, some type of flavor, probably butter. Look at that. All right, so day 10. Woke up to just an absolutely gorgeous day. I mean, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful day. Still a little chilly, but let's see here. Here is the trail. It's the thing with all the new leaves on the ground. It's kind of hard to see the trail sometimes because you don't see the the normally blazed concrete-like trail. But yeah, just follow the blazes, right? It's a bit chilly. It's about 10:30 right now. It's still a bit nippy. One of the things I'm running into early on is that all this fresh leaf falling, all these leaves on the ground, they fill voids that would normally be bare. So, and that was expected, but you really have to walk a little bit more tentatively in order to not roll your ankle or something like that. But other than that, man, I think it's gonna be a great day. It's gonna warm up just enough to pump some miles out. Did 15 yesterday, and the terrain's pretty flat, so we'll see if we can match that or exceed it today. Day 10 in the woods. Let's go. Sand Beach. Let's go check it out together. You guys think it's gonna be awesome? So far the trail looks like this, mostly. Super rocky. It's like shark fin rocks. They just come up to points. Love rolling your ankles. It's a sand beach. We'll just go over these boulders. Yeah, looks pretty sandy. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And I got sand in my boots, so that's awesome. 50 cal. She's a hiker on the trail. Obviously wrote this. Might hang out here for a second. Get a little sun. Get the sand out of my boots. The Pote Wadro lean-to. Let's go check it out. Probably butchering that pronunciation, but a couple of privies over there. Pretty nice. So we're about 3.5 miles in, a little bit more. Some pretty smooth hiking so far. Pretty quick, a little technical. My miles have been about 26-minute miles. But feeling pretty good so far. Let's check this place out. This is nice. It's a very extreme angle. It's a lot deeper than most shelters. I bet that does great on blocking the wind. This is a nice one. It's nice and clean. Oh yeah. It's a pretty solid one, nice and big. Probably holds, I would imagine, 8 to 10 people. 8 people probably, pretty comfortably. Oh boy. I'm gonna take a quick break here and then get going. Time to check out these privies. That's potty number 1. Let's check out the newer potty number 2. Alright. Doesn't smell too bad. Here we are, about 7.5 miles in. We have a little river crossing with stairs. That's pretty cool. Now let's just see here. How will we not get our feet wet? Nope. Starting to regret that choice. We go back this way. Do this, then we'll do this. We'll do this and this. Keep our balance. Nice, we made it. Woo! Alright, let's go. The Namakanta Stream Lean-to. Let's go check it out together. Alright, we're about a little shy of 8 miles in today. Definitely feeling it today. A couple of blisters appearing on my pinky toes. I think I'm definitely have to take some time to attend to those today, but I mean, for being as many miles into the trail with untested shoes, I feel like they passed. They're definitely a little more narrow than I would like. Bought a couple pairs. I think I'm gonna return the other one and go back to the Ultras, which from my last experience don't tend to last too long, but I think when my feet recover, this will be great. But here we are. Let's see. Little tent spot here. similar to the last one. Privy down there. I think I'll take my pack off and get a little bit of food in me, and then we'll keep going. Alright, we'll tune in later. Devsconeg Pond Road, maybe? Little gravel road, about 10.5 miles in for today. Probably gonna post up soon. Let's go take a look at this stream. Yeah, the rain's held off so far, knock on wood. Pretty good day so far. Pretty. Whew. Definitely ready for big pizza all to myself. Alright. Let's keep boogieing. I think this is a good way to end the day. This lake is the same name as the last shelter we were at. I'm not even going to try to butcher it. Absolutely beautiful. I'll show you the campsite I'm staying at tonight. Yeah, it was only about 11 miles today. Just didn't wake up early enough to get an extra 4 or 5 that I wanted to, but I have to make it up tomorrow. And look at this. How civilized. I get a bench. It's a little windy, but what? Gorgeous. Got the campsite set up. The tent right here. We have the water in the back. The sunset. The gravel road right there. Which is interesting, but here we are. About 30 miles to go in the 100-mile wilderness. Yeah, we're getting closer. Beautiful sunset. Once again, last night we had an insane moonrise. But yeah, wow. I mean, it just gives you chills. Or maybe that's just the cold weather. It's time for dinner. We put about an ounce and a half of fuel in there. about an ounce and a half of fuel on there. Let's see if that's enough. Lid. Alright. Good morning, everybody. Day 11, and look at this. This crazy fog just blowing off the lake. It's absolutely beautiful. It's about to get cleared up. Super hard to see, but the moon's up there and it looks beautiful. This is a sight to behold. Wow. You see the fog just rolling off the lake there. Yeah, it was another good night. A little chilly. Nothing too bad. I'm still not layered up as thick as I can be. But man, look at this. It's insane. Something in the mist. Something in the mist. It looks like the trail goes right along this lakeshore here, which is absolutely gorgeous. I was a little confused, so I saw that blaze. Look at this. Welcome to the Appalachian Trail, huh? It's definitely started off being a very cold morning. It's around 9:30 now, and at least for the past hour, it's been in the low 40s for my estimate. Woo! Look at that. Yeah. That's the money shot. Back into the woods. A little frost here. Nothing too crazy, but it definitely got cold last night. It's still a little chilly. The trail continues to follow this beautiful lakeshore. I'm hoping to have a pretty long day today. So far my longest day has been 15 miles. Hoping to hike in hours today and not so much miles. I don't even have my GPS watch on. I think we're gonna get a little break from the cold weather. Oh man, this sun feels amazing. I mean, just instantly warms you up. I think I might get a sip of water. We're about an hour into the hike. Maybe eat a Cliff Bar, or they're like a Nutri-Grain bar, and then keep going. Man, it's just non-stop views out here. It's just eye candy after eye candy. The trail keeps going that way. It's a nice little campsite here. That would be a killer spot. Alright. Alright. A little stream over there. Food grate. Let's keep this going. So it's a bit chilly today, obviously. A little chilly. I'm in this pretty wild forest right now. It's pretty rugged, really bouldery. And there's all these beautiful trees nested on these rocks that just shoot up out of nowhere. You know, they'll just shoot up about 30, 40 feet. For instance, here, I'll show you over here. Obviously, it's kind of hard to get perspective on camera, but this is pretty steep. And there's one boulder there. And a tree just nestled right on top of it. I'll get closer. And you can see just all along this ridge here. You can see all the leaves falling too, so beautiful. Let's get on top of it, see what it looks like. You're basically like walking upstairs. Yep, and they just keep going up. I just keep rocking and rolling. Here's a sign for the summit of Nascentabunt Mountain. I'm sure I butchered that one too. Let's see. Trail goes that way. Looks like there's higher terrain up this way. Let's see if there's any views. There's definitely views going down the mountain. Let's see here, just looks like there's a trail that leads this way. Yeah, let's go check it out. It looks a little steep. Should probably be careful. I'm gonna put the camera away for a second. And there's the view. It's just lakes and streams everywhere. And there's Mount Katahdin. 16 miles away. We are close. Definitely close. It's worth the walk. Couple canoes here. Nice little dock. Right off the Appalachian Trail. Beautiful little lake here. Man, I wish I had a paddle. I'm kind of digging this bright yellow lettering on the signs as we get further north in the 100-mile wilderness. It's pretty tight. North Pollywog Gorge. Let's go check this out. I'm not sure how far away we are, but I'll check in when we find it. Pollywog Gorge. Let's go check out the viewpoint together. Whew. Man, the terrain today has been pretty rooty. Pretty, hell, I don't know if you can get perspective, but a lot of this stuff, you're just stepping from side to side. Just, you know, twisting your shoes in every which angle. Ooh. This is straight down, so it's instinct to left my pack at the top. Oh wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is good stuff right here. Be careful. I'm not sure if that was worth the climb down. This is pretty. It's about 4 p.m. Hoping to, whoa, breeze. Hoping to hike for at least another hour. Hoping to find the spot between 5 and 5:30. So we can get some early sleep and wake up early. If you don't want to hike in the night, don't sleep during the light type of mentality. Alright, I'll check in later. Kind of sums up how the day has been. Not super technical, but just rocks, roots, nothing, no crazy vertical climbs or descents, but it has been up and down and up and down, and nothing here is unsteep. My feet are hurting. It's probably the boots. It's probably going from being a server, overweight, drinking beers, stressed out, saving money for the Appalachian Trail. Going from that to hiking as of recently 10, 14, 11 mile days, and today we're already at 11 miles with a couple hours left, sunlight. It hurts, but it's supposed to hurt. And we got to Rainbow Stream Lean-To. I think it's about 12 miles or so total for the day. I think I'm packing it up, possibly. I'm gonna look at the map and reconsider things. So I'll tune in with you guys a little later. So it's the 12th today. We had a pretty good night last night. I met a few people this morning who are going to shuttle into town after we get through the 100-mile wilderness. It's about 15 more miles, or 12 at this point. Apparently the 13th and 14th is going to see some weather, the 14th being the worst of it. So I think I'm gonna go into town and shower up, resupply. There's the ton. I'm about 6 miles from the road where, let me think of their names. Motormouth, Now and Later, and Honcho, and I will be hitching to town. Alright, see you later. Here at the Herdbrook Lean-To. The last lean-to in the 100-mile wilderness before the birches. Which I think I'm going to skip. I'm gonna hitch it to town as soon as I get to the bridge with the group of folks that I met. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Just a look at the shelter though. Nice warm day. Showing about 60 degrees. Yeah, it's nice and beautiful. All right, 3 more miles. Let's get them. I did it. I hiked through the 100-mile wilderness. It wasn't easy. I guess you could call that my shakedown hike. I mail one of these home. So thoughts, I was unprepared, definitely out of shape. Took me 12 days. Obviously I started really slow. Basically every time I would get tired or see a nice campsite for the first like 4 days, 3 days, I stopped. And today will be a 15-mile day. So feeling good, a lot of positive vibes. Definitely tune in later for some more thoughts. Peace. There she is. Down Katahdin. Definitely looks closer. Can't wait to get up there. See if we can find a hitch into town. And this is where my Appalachian Trail journey came to a bitter-sweet end. Before coming on this trip, I made a promise to my girlfriend that if anything happens, I would come straight home, drop everything, hitchhike, walk, whatever it took, to come home and be here with her. And unfortunately, or fortunately, when I got back into town, I called her and she told me she's pregnant. Without going into too much details, the odds of that happening were literally 1 in multi-million. It was nearly impossible for that to happen. And I felt in that moment that I needed to honor that promise. I would like to thank everybody that has watched my Autumn in the 100-Mile Wilderness series from the bottom of my heart, and thank you everybody that has subscribed and liked the videos. I love all of you guys, and there is many, many adventures to come. Stay tuned, guys.